This video is going to take a moment to talk about sharing. And this can be sharing in a file, sharing a folder, or using a shared drive. And this is the power behind Google Drive. And this is why the business world switched to, what they call the cloud, whatever it was 10 years ago, 12, 15 years ago. And let's just talk about it in a practical sense. So, first off, anything in Google Drive can be shared, and it can be shared with just one person. It can be shared with a group of people. It can be shared with all of BVSD, or it can be shared with the public. And just a caveat about sharing with the public or sharing with anyone, remember that we work in a job that has privacy laws. So if your files have even a student's name in it, be careful with who that gets shared with. So never share anything with anyone in the world if it has any privacy data at all. Let's talk about folders. Folders that are not shared will have just the basic folder icon, this one, and this one. Folders that are shared will have a person inside the folder icon. Now, I want to point out that this doesn't say who it's shared with. It's shared with at least one other person. For example, my IT work folder, which again should be called professional learning folder, I can find out who it's shared with by right-clicking on it and click the share button, or I can go up to this icon with the person with the plus button to find out who it's shared with. My former boss at the IT department, Rose Foster, started this folder. It's restricted. Only the people with this link, only Rose and I have access to this folder, and everything inside this folder can be edited by Rose or I and some other folks. My teaching resources, for example, though, are shared with anyone. Anyone on the internet can view anything in this folder. And I have to be very careful that anything that goes in this folder is just worksheets and assignments and resources and web pages. No student information, no student data, no student names, no student work. And then my website, I've mentioned I maintain a teacher website. Anything that goes on my website should be shared with anyone by default because it's a website. Now, you'll notice that files don't have that person icon, and you have to check. Oh, but they do have the people icon over here to the right. And so to find out, again, who these are shared with, you can do the same thing. You can right-click, click Share, or you can go up here once it's selected and click on the person with the plus button. Beyond sharing with a specific person, you can change any file at any time by clicking on that share button, and you can start typing a name in here. You can paste in an email address. You can start typing an email address. I can't type anything because I noticed that a student name showed up in my list of suggestions, so I can't type anything here. But you can also change to, this is restricted, it's only me, but if I wanted to, I could share this with Boulder Valley School District. And once it's shared with Boulder Valley School District, I can click blue button done to save, and then copy this link and share it with people. Or I can change it back to restricted, or I can change it to anyone with the link. And it's pretty intuitive to me. If I click anyone with the link and click save, it now has that shared icon. But this file shouldn't be shared with other people. So I'm just going to change that back to restricted. Beyond that, know that shared drives have permissions. Someone owns each one of these shared drives. And so, for example, we can go into the Centennial Middle School staff thing, and each owner is, a counselor, an administrator, a couple things go out to teachers or the librarian. For example, I don't think I can change or add a new folder here, but I can add into the spreadsheet that's under Kid Talk or the spreadsheet that's under Discipline. And so if you find any weirdness inside the shared drives, talk amongst your team and figure out who the owner of that shared drive is in case there's some permissions that need to be changed.